What is up, my good people? It's Dre Trades. It's Tuesday, December 2nd. It's 5:20. The market's closed. We're going to talk about that. But the main point of this video is I want to tell you that I believe that the market is going to go much, much higher than where it is now. Now, a lot of people, if you're listening to the financial media, you know, they say, hey, we went too far too fast. Hey, the sell-off's coming, blah, blah. It's just too much, too fast. There's no way we can keep going up. And, you know, that's true. That's generally true for a certain degree. But I'm going to say, I'm going to differ a little bit. I'm taking the other side. I know it's crazy. And the main reason is the VIX, which I want to show you. All right. So the first thing is we're going to talk about the market. We're going to talk about the market, and then we'll just look at this heat map like I normally do. And then we'll get back to the VIX, and then we'll talk about the different indexes. Okay. So if you're watching this video, I'm going to need you to subscribe, like. I'm going off the deep end here, so I'm definitely going to need you to subscribe and like the video. I'll appreciate it. All right. So look at the Dow. This is what we've been seeing. Right. The Dow now up 50. It's basically a mixed day. I can't even speak. Dow up 59, NASDAQ down 5, S&P up 6. We opened down pretty, you know, it's kind of like, wow, is this going to be a down day? But no, I knew it wasn't. We opened down. Dow started coming right back up, closed at its high. NASDAQ went down a little bit and then went up and closed at its high. Maybe that's partly Salesforce. I don't know, but the Dow, same here. I think Salesforce is in the Dow. And then S&P comes down and then up. Basically, S&P closed at its high. NASDAQ closed for the most part at its high, and so did the Dow. All right, so let's pull up the heat map. Just kind of look at what's going on. It's split FANG, right? Google, Facebook's up. I'm happy with that. You'll know that's my positions that I'm long in. Apple's up. Microsoft down. Amazon down. A lot of consumer defense down. Home improvement down, restaurants down, but healthcare up, insurance, you know, for the most part, it's mixed. It's mixed. You know, you got some up and some down. But Google, remember we talked about it earlier, it's breaking out. And Facebook, I think, is going to challenge its high and possibly higher before earnings comes out. But that's a different video. All right, so let's get into why I think the market is going to go a lot higher from here. All right, so basically, I'm talking about the VIX. And the VIX has been over 20 since March, right? Since the whole, you know what, came about. We had the huge spike, and boy, that was a time to get in. Anytime you see the VIX up here, you need to buy. Don't sell, buy. It's almost a guarantee. It's scary, but it's almost a guarantee. And the market started selling in. And same time, the VIX has been going down. The market's been going up, right? We had our little spikes. We had our little scares right along. But for the most part, down, up. So this is a low, right? And then we made a lower low. And then you can see here, I was a little concerned here because we went up, we came down, we made a higher low, and then we made a higher high. You can see I even got the line still drawn. And what was supposed to happen here? We were supposed to make a higher low, right? But we didn't do that. We made a lower low. All right. So when something is supposed to happen that doesn't happen, it generally goes hard the other way. All right. So the main reason is, all right, so we've been hovering at this 20. 20 is critical with the VIX. I don't know why this is. We're about to break it. All right, so we're knocking on the door. The more times it knocks, the more times, the more possibilities it's going to go through. Now, I'm not saying it's going to go through on this punch right here. We could pop up a little bit and then punch down. But once we break 20, it's going to be like this. It's going to be like an all clear, right? So the VIX is elevated, right? We had COVID going on. We had, you know, Trump. It was just crazy. People were scared. We didn't know we was going to have a vaccine. People didn't know what to do. It was just crazy. Everyone, I don't need to explain it to you because you know, we all was living it worldwide. All right, so we got some clarity now, right? We know the market was worried about the president, and we know who the president's going to be now. The market was worried about a vaccine coming. Not only we have a vaccine, we got 3 of them, and they're going to be implemented within weeks, within actually maybe even days. It depends on where you at and what part of the world you're in, and what's your, are you old, you work in healthcare, all of that stuff. All right. The market was worried about the president conceding, even though he didn't officially concede. He kind of conceded because he's allowing the transition team finally. Worried about Biden's team, especially the Treasury, which is Janet Yellen, and market loves her. So, most qualified person ever to take that position as well. Markets worried about tariffs. That's when we started even getting volatile. Now, Biden did say he's not going to necessarily take the tariffs off right away, but it still sounds like he's going to take the tariffs off. He's just not going to be one of the first things he do. He's going to, assess the situation. For the most part, they're going to come down or off. At least I believe. So all of those worries are just falling off, right? They're just falling off. The COVID stocks are just blazing, and stocks like Zoom is coming down, even though it had great earnings. Some of those stocks is just coming down, right? Coming back down to earth. So here we are at the 20 VIX, and when we bust through, it's a signal to everyone that trades that's in the market it's like an all clear. Volatility is over, you can buy, and most likely we'll eventually sink down to the normal area here, 12. Shoot, it could be as low as, let's say, between 12 and 14. We'll just call it that. It could go as low as 9. It can hover around 15 even, but in that area, right? The low teens, we'll call it. And once it does that, let me zoom in here, kind of bring that down. Once it does that, once it breaks this 20 and we go down like that, that means the market's going up. Reverse correlation, and the market's going to be going higher as this is coming lower. And it might be a blow off. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, how fast the market's going to rip up. I don't know. Like I said, it could still bounce. This fix can go higher from here, meaning the market's going lower and then it busts through. But once it busts through, that's the signal that I think everyone's going to take and go, oh my gosh, But once that goes down and it hits the bottom, hits that low teens area, maybe that's when the market falls apart. I don't think we fall apart until this fix comes back down to normal. I don't think it's here. I think it's kind of down here. And that way, when it's down there, everyone's sucked in. No one's buying puts. Everyone's going to be sucked in. The fear greed index is probably going to be on total greed. And it's just going to be one of those moments. And when it does that, you probably need to be buying those protective puts. They're still expensive now. They're not as expensive as they was, but they're still expensive now. All right, so that's my belief. Like I said, you're going to hear a lot of people think we're going to have, we might go down 10%, and we might. I'm not taking that away because we're still above 20. We could bounce from here. Look, every time we hit 20, the VIX rose, right? Hit 20 again, it's rose. But we're going to break it. That's what I'm basically saying. When it's broken, that means we're going to go lower on the VIX and higher on the indexes. Let me pull up the monthly VIX and let's take a look at this. Let me clear all of this draft drawings out. And you could see that steep decline. Look at how this it's ready to blow through that 20, especially with this candle right here. Right? So here's the 20. And look at that momentum just flying into the support. So I feel we'll basically end up around here somewhere. And maybe that's when we need to get cautious. But like I said, we can still bounce from here and then go down. But 20, keep an eye on it. All right, so let's talk about the SPY. Let's see what we look like, right? And if we were to go up from here and pull up the monthly, let's stick with the weekly. If we were to go up from here, it would be kind of blow-off-ish. I ain't gonna lie, but it's it's going to be a higher market. It's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be like, wow, I can't believe we're that high. You know, if from that low right there to where we are now, that's 14% in 41 days. Imagine we go up another 10%. I don't know how high we would go. I don't know how high we would go, but I know we're going higher. Moving averages look good. This even looks good. This is a breakout, right? This is a breakout. You know, so stochastic pointing the right way up. And, you know, all systems go. You look at the monthly, and I don't know why it wants to accelerate higher. I think it's just something we don't see. Maybe it's this new economy developing like the beginning of the .com era, right? It was just crazy. You know, I don't know. I don't know any reasons. All I know is the VIX is about to break 20. Okay. Oh, man. Let's pull up the Qs. Right? You got FANG coming back, and you got some of the COVID stocks coming down. But look how it just hugs that moving average. Looking at the monthly and just accelerates. Consolidation doesn't give it up. Look how the consolidation is coming into the moving averages. That's good. Sideways is just as good as down. That resting period. And then we're ready to explode to the upside on the Qs. Don't know when. It looks like it's happening now, right? Right there. Looks like it's happening now. Pull up the weekly. Yeah. So this is a telltale moment right here because we could totally fail and come straight down. And then that VIX will be spiking at the 20. All right, so Qs look good. Let's pull up the small caps. And you know, small caps have been ripping. It's unbelievable. Best rally in, I can't remember what, since the index, I think, was created. Look at that breakout. Still got the line drawn. Yeah, it's gray. Make it, look at that. Right? So that's showing all systems go. Huge breakout. Huge. Huge. Didn't even hover. Just blew through that resistance. And this is crazy. This is like a textbook breakout almost. You know, volume coming in. This is the, wait a minute. Yeah, I was a little, the volume is there, but I wish it was a little more for that size candle. But it's there. There it is. And it's holding so far. Well, we're only a couple days in a month. Let's pull up the weekly, get a better look. It's just blew right through. Now, here's a gap. So, you know, maybe, you know, we fill it. Probably we will fill it. I won't say necessarily maybe. Just don't know when. And then take off. And then maybe that's when the VIX kind of spikes, we come down, and then we go. Basically, any pullback is buyable. You have to buy it. Buy any pullback. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be repositioning for the most part. But gap, and it's just taking off. Unbelievable strength. Let's pull up the Dow. It's the DJI. Let's see the breakout again. Gap, holding. You know, most gaps fill, so that is concerning. But it's holding, and we'll probably just continue on up. While we continuing up, of course, the VIX is going down. So here's the monthly on that. The breakout's happening now for the most part. There it is, right? So it's happening right now. Of course, it could fail. I'm just giving you, this is just a prediction, right? And what makes it kind of weird, it's kind of like before the president was elected. Remember, I came on, I said, man, the market's going to go higher. Because everybody was getting out, talking about, oh, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait. Yeah, come on, man. Y'all missed it. You waited. You missed it. Well, now I'm starting to hear, oh, we went up too far, too fast. There's no way it's crazy. Market can do anything it wants to do. 2020 showed us everything. And 2020 still has a month to go. It showed us everything. Right? Now, let's pretend it wasn't COVID. Let's just pretend. I'm looking at the Dow. Let's pull up the weekly. And here we are. We was kind of doing our little thing, chugging on up. let's pretend it wasn't COVID. We didn't do all of this. Well, for the most part, the market went nowhere all year. Nowhere, right? We would have just been just chopping sideways, right? And then if we was chopping sideways, that's a good thing because we would have been consolidating, and then that consolidation will lead to a breakout for us to go higher. As long as it goes higher, it could also lead to a breakdown where we go a lot lower. But under the circumstances, I think we can go a lot higher. That's it. That's basically what I got. I'm just throwing out my prediction out there. I could be wrong. I throw it out every once in a while. I take the other side of the boat of what people's thinking. Now, also, there's a lot of bullish people out there as well. I mean, there's a lot of bullish people. But some people are still a little scared because we're going up too far, too fast. I had a prediction, but I can't remember it now. I'm trying to think, should I pause this video and think? Or should I just go ahead and end it? I'll end it. If I think of it, I will do another video. All right, so if you're still watching me, you like this video, so I'm gonna need you to like the video once again, please, and comment. I totally appreciate it. You know, as they say, it really helps YouTube puts this video out. It helps with the algorithm. Everyone says that, but you know what? No one knows the algorithm. That's like the secret sauce for Coca-Cola or the secret syrup or whatever. So people say that, but they really don't know. They don't know exactly what the algorithm. Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and really comment. I want to know what your comment. What do you think the market's going to be? And by the way, none of this, I'm not saying any of this stuff happens tomorrow. Okay, we're pulling up weekly and monthly charts. That means it takes weeks to form or month to form, month or months. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. And it could be down before we up. I'm not, 20 is still a high VIX. 20, no doubt, is still a high VIX. All right, so let me know your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think the market's gonna go down, up, sideways. I wish I had enough subs and stuff so I can put the little check boxes. You know how I could put a little survey for a video. See what you think. Kind of see what my subscribers or anyone that finds the video thinks about the market, right? So anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know if you think this is a good video as well. And you don't have to say nothing. Hit that like button. I don't know. Dre Trades is out. Remember, I'm on Twitter and Instagram as Dre Trades. Have a good night, y'all. Peace.